No, because the camera doesn't want to work. So y'all are gonna get a very nice voiceover for our squats. So today the mics weren't working, so you guys are gonna get a voiceover of us squatting. This is me trying to do the intro, but I didn't realize the mics weren't working. So y'all are getting a voiceover. So every time you do leg day, you should always start with the bar just to loosen up your legs a little bit, help out the knees. So here's my first set. I'm just squatting the bar for, I believe I did 10 reps, but yeah, just trying to warm up my legs a little bit, get used to it. So this next set is 135, our second warm-up set for squat. Once again, just trying to get the legs used to the weight, warming up the knees a little bit, trying to stretch out. Alright, so this is Logan. What Logan's doing here is a front squat where you hold the bar on the front, obviously. But this is going to work more of the quads rather than the barbell back squat, which is going to work more of your glutes, hamstrings, and your all-around legs, where this front squat that Logan's doing is going to focus heavily on the quads. Heading into this next set, we've got 185 on the bar now. So we're still trying to get warm a little bit, and we're working up a little bit in weight so that I can get used to the weight as we go up further and try not to hurt myself by jumping up in weight too heavily. Whenever you're going to squat, you should try and address the weight the same way every single time you're squatting, whether you're doing the bar or you're doing like 400 pounds, it should all look the same every single rep. So this is getting into my first working set. So we've got 225 pounds on the bar now. So this is starting to get heavier, which is going to be a higher percentage of my max. So I'm just trying to make sure that every rep looks the same and I'm controlling the weight on the way down, as well as making sure I'm getting low enough at the bottom of my squat to maximize the contraction on my legs. So now Logan's doing a bit of a different movement, which is more sports specific and athlete based. This here is a box squat, and what he's doing is focusing more on explosiveness, whether you're in a sport and you want to jump higher, run faster, just be more explosive overall. This is going to help with that. So what he's doing is squatting down onto the box, and when he gets onto the box, he's lifting his feet up and making sure to tighten up his core. And then he's gonna lift his feet up, plant them in the ground, and then shoot up as fast as he can and explosively as he can. So now getting into my second working set, we've got 275 on the bar now. I grabbed the belt out for this one because I wanted to make sure that I don't hurt myself, preventing myself from injuries and making sure that I'm tensing up my core the way I'm supposed to be. Now getting into heavier weights, we're going to be doing less reps. So I believe I did 6 here, just making sure to get low on each one and making sure each rep looks the same on the way down as well as on the way up. Here's my top set on squat today. I worked up to 315 by 6. Once again, just making sure all the reps look the same, no matter how much weight's on the bar. Here at the end, I got my 6. The last 2 or 3 reps were a little rough. Logan was a bit worried that he was gonna have to come help me, but we got it done, and that's all that matters. So just go ahead.
Man.
All right, so now we are doing some hang cleans. This is also another explosiveness exercise. Also doing hang cleans with hexagon plates or whatever shape this is awesome.
It's awesome.
No, it's not. Go ahead. It's the worst thing ever.
Let's see it.
I haven't cleaned in so long.
You should narrow your grip a little bit.
I suck at these. I'm gonna let Logan teach y'all how to do these because I'm awful at cleaning.
Teach? You need me to teach?
Go ahead, Logan.
Power clean or hand clean?
Huh?
Power clean or hand clean?
Whichever one you would like to do.
Because they're two different things. Nope. Power cleans are hard with.
What I was doing is a hand clean because I didn't drop the bar all the way to the bottom. So now Logan's gonna take over and tell you how to do some cleans because I suck at these.
It's kind of just like a deadlift, and then you catch it, right?
That's fine. That's really light for you because you know how to do these. So tell them how to do it.
All right, so you want to set up like a deadlift. I guess people don't know how to do these, do they?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so set up like a deadlift. Put your feet like shoulder width apart, and then put your arms, your hands just right outside of it. And then you want to pick it up like a deadlift. And for a hang clean, you want to come down just past your knees and then bring it up. And it's kind of like a hip thrust, right?
Yeah.
You just pull it up and then hip thrust it up and catch it. And then if you want to do a power clean, you bring it all the way down and then you just do the same thing, just picking it up off the ground. So you go straight from here into the thrust and then catch it. Right, TJ?
Yes, sir. This is also an exercise that is made much easier if you can just like bounce the bar off the floor
instead of catching it.
So how he was doing his power clean, usually what you would do is like I just did a rep, right? And then I'm gonna drop the bar and do my next one. You can usually like bounce it and then go straight back up.
I drop it from the top.
These, you can't really do it. Yeah, how he usually does it is he brings it. Once he gets here, he throws it. You basically just drop it, and then it's on the ground again for you to do another rep. Because one of the hardest parts about the clean is if you have to catch it, because then you have to literally catch the bar. Yeah, you have to throw it up. And then if you're going to bring it back down for another rep, you have to catch it. It's much easier if you can literally just drop the bar on the floor and then pick it up for another rep. Everybody follow Logan on Instagram. Hey, YouTube, what's your YouTube? You have like 3 followers, subscribers.
Maybe Logan Hudson 12.
It's just at Logan Hudson, one word.
Is it?
Hudson with a T,
I have
not
no idea.
Hudson.
Hutson.
Yes, sir. That's how you do a hand clean and a power clean. Okay, so my mic cut out again in the middle of me trying to explain how to do a deadlift. So how you're going to want to do a deadlift is to place your feet about shoulder width apart and then place your hands just behind them. And then I was showing you how not to do it, because if you lean backwards on your heels too much, you are going to fall backwards like I did. So what you want to do is keep your feet planted into the ground about shoulder width apart, have your hands just outside, and I like to grip it with one hand with my palm facing towards me and then one with my palm facing away. I just find it easier to hold on to the bar. So now I'm doing a set with 225. Notice how I am not squatting down or bending my knees much at all. I'm trying to make sure I'm just hinging at the hips keeping my back as straight as possible, and then puffing my chest out at the top of the rep to make sure that I am locking out completely at the end. I believe I did 6 reps there.
Sheesh. Said how
torso thing?
long your
No,
like
I
where
have
your
a
legs
clip
are
of you
compared to
making fun
mine.
of me. So I have a long torso and shorter legs. Dan, he has long legs and a shorter torso. So like exercises like squat for like high bar are going to be easier for him, and then I do low bar because of how my body's built. But he's like literally maybe an inch and a half, maybe an inch taller than me, and my legs are right here, and his legs are there.
It's like
so
this.
exercises like this are going to be a lot easier for me. This is going to be my top set on deadlift. I have 275 on the bar, and I get 6 reps here. I was, again, focusing on hinging at the hips, making sure my back stays straight. One of the most important things on a deadlift to avoid injury is to make sure you keep your back as straight as possible, because there are a lot of different ways in deadlift that you can end up hurting your back and can cause back issues in long term. I got 275 moved pretty easily, so here I was just trying 315 to see if I could hit it for 1, which was probably a bad idea because my form left a little bit there as my back rounded a little bit on my way up, which is not good, but it's also not terrible if you keep your form good on the rest of the lift. And that is our squat, clean, and deadlifts from today.